should you freeze your body until future humans are able to restore your body's health and therefore also to restore you and giving you a second life? The answer is, I think, yes. Why? So you need a certain amount of money, and then you would give the certain amount of money to these organizations. That's of course a requirement already. But why does it make sense? If you think about it like this, you were already dead before, so you kind of know already what it is to be dead, or what it is like to be dead. You were dead before you lived. You were dead for most of time actually. So now you are living. And the idea now is to extend this part as long as possible. If there is an afterlife or things like these, we don't really know. But since this is the only part we can see, this is the only part we know, I think it probably makes sense to try to extend this part. Now, of course, you could argue where to draw the line between something that is immediate medical emergency and what is a long-term cancer treatment, and what is a treatment, for example, that just reduces your likelihood of dying of something by 30%, like sauna does, for example. Not definitely 30%, but in the range of things like these, if you actually include protocols, such as the protocol Andrew Huberman, for example, offers in one of his podcast episodes. So now the question is where to draw the line between somebody, and actually somebody, literally being alive and somebody being dead. The current line we, I think, draw is somebody being brain dead. Therefore, the brain doesn't really properly work anymore. And also, if somebody is heart dead, then the circulation is also not really working anymore. But I think legally in most countries, as of now, a patient is declared brain dead when his brain doesn't work anymore, which is, of course, very simplified. But the thing is that both the brain and the heart are only two very small parts of your body. Of course, they are very important, but when it comes to volume, we actually have a lot of other parts. And just because these few parts don't work anymore, we usually throw away the whole body and let it basically degrade underground, which is kind of not very useful. It's not that it's not useful, it's just that what if you can actually extend medical care, just not as of now, but maybe in the future, and this is the whole idea. So therefore, you lower the body's temperature by doing a few different processes, and then you store the body basically at almost minus 200 degrees in a tank. And then you wait until technology advances up to a point where the future civilization then says, okay, now it's time, we have basically everything we need to restore the damages that have been done by the procedures before the cooling down, and also by the cooling down and the storage part, and also reverse the damage that has been done by the fatal illness. And that's the whole idea of cryonics.